welcome. We're here at the Hagley Oval. You join us for this match between New Zealand and India. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and with me in commentary today is Ali Mitchell.
It's great to be here for this match. I'm sure we'll be treated to a spectacular contest.
Thanks, Alison. We're to go down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
The home team winning the toss, and they've decided to bat first. Conway, the left-hander opening today, has a lovely technique and will look to settle into his work early on. And at the other end will be the left-hander.
There could be a couple if they hustle.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot. And there was no point chasing that. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Edge, amazing delivery. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yes.
Good return there, back from the deep. Doesn't beat the infield. Didn't keep the foot behind the line. That could be costly with a free hit for the batter now. Gorgeous cover drive, surely heading to the boundary.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away. Might look to go big again here.
Super shot, that. Patel showed some great skill there, saved a potential boundary. The ball's returned out from the deep there. That's the over. New Zealand, 13 for none.
End of the first and an exceptional start. Some big shots early on. Can build some momentum easily off that over.
Goes for the drive, but it's a wild shot. Great shot. At least one on offer. Huge edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that. That's a solid shot. Robinson drills that one away. That'll be 4 more to the tally.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
End of the over. 6 off it. New Zealand, 19 for none.
Off to a strong start. 2 excellent overs to begin with.
Edged it. No one there. Could be 4. Oh, what a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. There'll be runs here. Edge, but it drops safely. There could be a couple if they hustle. Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs. Yeah, nice early call. That's an easy run. Edged. What a ball.
They may have overstepped. The captain shouldn't be disappointed by the effort, just need to adjust the run-up. How will he reply?
They'll get at least 1 here. Finds the edge. End of another disappointing over. Yadav has to be asking what's going wrong. It's not what you expect from a key bowler.
Another strong over by the batters. Some great shot making and running between the wickets.
Nicely played.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Driven through cover. Just the one. Massive outside edge. Edged, unplayable. Big edge. Cuts that off well in the infield. 6 runs added in the over. New Zealand, a 34 for none.
Well, it's been crisp, elegant, easy shot making so far. Plenty of runs and plenty more if they keep it up.
Pandya coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Great shot. At least 1 on offer.
A strong area for them. Lifted it up and over towards the rope. Can he come back with a dot ball?
That's a solid shot. Chance to run 2. Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that. Onto that early, that could be 4.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch.
A few moves made in the field.
There'll be runs here. Couldn't get it through the field. New Zealand starting to hit their stride now after a big over. India in a whole heap of trouble.
These two enjoy batting together, and it shows. They've used the pace off the ball and bludgeoned it when needed.
Going with spin now. Shot, at least 2 on offer. Shot, should be runs here. Was quick onto that in the infield.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection. How will the bowler respond?
There could be a couple if they hustle. That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scoreboard. Thank you very much. Interesting decision to change the bowling. Found the going tough earlier with the ball. A huge challenge with how well these two are scoring.
Some adjustments to the field.
Perfect, right out of the middle and bludgeons that one to the boundary.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
They'll get at least 1 here. Huge edge. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Swept away but finds the fielder. Oh boy, over New Zealand, 60 for none.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Finds the edge. Nice shot. Runs possible. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yes.
Another scamper through for a single. Good running. Massive outside edge. Great shot. At least 1 on offer.
End of the over. The batting team are now on 63
Thick edge. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yes.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Edged it. Nicely played. Straight to the fielder. Everyone's gone up. Oh, wow. That is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
Well, that's just timed brilliantly. Moves closer to 50. Going to need something special to get the wicket.
Shot. Should be runs here. Driven through cover. Just the one. Massive chance. Bumrah with a great catch. They had to run a fair bit and they've made a tough chance into a fairly easy one.
Ratchin, the left-handed batter, taking guard. Will want a solid start.
There could be a couple if they hustle.
Yep.
End of the 10th over. The batting team are now 78 for 1.
That's a solid shot. That's been smacked away. Fielders will not stop that one.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
There'll be runs here. Caught. That's a ridiculous catch.
Phillips, the new man in the middle, has a lovely technique and will look to get into his work quickly.
Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that.
Good return back from the deep.
11th over. The score is now 86 for 2.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
They'll get at least one here.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Super batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure right on the bowler. They've got to respond. Misses everything. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say?
Chapman, the new man in the middle, would want to get the feet moving, get behind the line of the ball nice and early, and really get stuck into it. His innings. He's got their tail up.
Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Bumrah showed some great skill there, saved a potential boundary. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Good return back from the deep. Really good over, takes a wicket and keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find some boundaries.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Beats the field with a great shot. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Yes.
The ball's returned out from the deep there. Wow, that's missed a lot. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
The big one, 12 runs out of there. New Zealand are 108 for 3.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Pandya back on now. Thick edge. Pandya shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Right out of the middle. Shot. Should be runs here. Great shot. At least one on offer.
They may have overstepped. The captain shouldn't be disappointed by the effort, just need to adjust the run-up.
Nicely played. Doesn't beat the infield. Yeah, nice early call. That's an easy run. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there.
Oh, that's a great take. Needed a big stretch to save any runs.
Huge edge.
End of the over. The batting team are now 118 for 3.
Bumrah coming back on here. They've been bowling really well so far. There could be a couple if they hustle. Oh, too much room and got what it deserved. And dropped.
Well, that was a slower ball, but didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot. 6 last ball. How will the bowler reply?
Nice shot. Runs possible. They'll get at least one here.
Good throw from the deep. Bang on target.
There'll be runs here.
End of the over. New Zealand are now 129 for 3.
Oh, that's just too full. Ravindra makes the bowler pay with a fine shot. That may be 4. Power and precision in that shot.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
Chance. Incredible. What a grab.
Mitchell just about ready to go out in the middle. First ball for the batter, coming in.
Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Pulled away, beat square, fine leg coming around.
That was a good strong throw back in, right over the stumps.
Edge, but it drops safely. Yadav will be happy with that over. As a captain, that's the sort of reply you need from a bowler after being tapped around a bit.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Great timing right off the meat of the bat.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that. How will the bowler respond?
Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away. Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs.
End of the over. New Zealand are now 146 for 4.
Singh, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Medium pacer.
Hit that hard and fast.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Finds the edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Shot straight past the bowler. Could well be 4.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Shot, at least 2 on offer. That's a boundary save for sure. Big over. A lot to think about now. You really can't be bowling like that and hope to win matches.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough.
Pandya, coming back into the attack, has done well so far. Onto that early, that could be 4. Oh, what a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure. Misses. That's a big chance gone begging. Edge. Amazing delivery. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Leading edge won't carry, and the batters race through for a single. Good running. Two straight and punch through the leg side, mid-wicket in hot pursuit.
Yes.
Oh, that's gone vertical. It won't be out, but they should pick up a few runs.
Good return there, back from the deep.
New Zealand are now 164 for 4.
Final over in this innings. Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. Big edge. They'll get at least one here.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Nicked it. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Edged it. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. And the innings comes to an end. India will need 172 runs. I reckon this is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Left-hander out in the middle, almost ready to face their first ball. Henry coming in.
Right out of the middle.
That was a beautiful shot. Rocks onto the back foot and stabs the ball away. Fielders had no chance.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Oh, great shot.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. The runs are flowing very easily now. That's a solid shot. Nice shot. Runs possible.
Nice bowling.
There could be a couple if they hustle.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. India, 12 for none.
1 gone and an excellent start to this power play.
Sodhi, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Hey. Oh, yes, nice bowling.
That's 4 all the way. Beautiful shot.
Got it away for 4, backward of point very nicely.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. No. Terrible shot. Shot. Should be runs here. There'll be runs here. Can't get that outside the ring field. Eight runs added in that over. India, 20 for none.
It's been a fantastic start to the power play. 2 overs gone and they're ahead of the required run rate and going at an excellent clip. You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Power and precision in that shot.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Rocks onto the back foot, and that is just beautiful.
Starting to hit their stride. A fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
Sharma is starting to really get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt the momentum. Driven through extra cover. Will get a single.
Oh, well bowled. Nice bowling.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer. End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. India, a 28 for none.
3 down and they're maintaining the required rate, hovering around that 8 to 10 run mark per over. Very good start to the innings so far.
Nicely played. Doesn't beat the infield.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Off the middle of the bat.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
Having been hit for consecutive boundaries, really interested to see how they can bounce back with the next ball. Punched off the back foot and beats the infield. More runs on offer here.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Nice shot. Runs possible. Another poor over completed. The batters are starting to have a field day out there. The momentum, it's all in one direction.
4 overs gone, and it's a very good start to this run chase. Excellent power play so far.
In the air, and that's a straightforward catch to mid-off.
Keishan coming in the middle order. Fine-looking left-handed batter as well. Can play shots all around the ground. He's got their tail up.
That's a solid shot. Finds the middle, but won't find the boundary.
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep.
Super shot, that.
Good throw from the deep. Bang on target.
Right out of the middle. Lovely balance, leant back and punch behind point. The ball heading to the boundary. 8 runs added in that over. India are 50 for 1.
2 overs left in this power play, and the bowlers will want to control this current run rate a bit.
A new bowler is coming into the attack. Misses everything.
Yes, nice bowling.
There could be a couple if they hustle. Oh dear, it's gone straight to mid-wicket for the easy catch.
Shreyas. In the middle, I want to get the feet moving from the get-go. First ball for the batter, coming in.
Cover drive through cover point, 1 run. Shot, land back and punch through the gap in the offside, and that'll be 4.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection. How will he reply?
Wow, that's missed the lot. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. 3 extra fielders are now allowed outside the circle. There'll be runs here.
Yes, nice bowling.
Got that away nicely.
Flashed away and got it well enough to find the boundary.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there.
Well bowled.
Nicely played. Couldn't get it through the field. Went for the drive, complete miss.
Great work behind the stumps. Saved some runs with that dive.
Completion of the over, allowing too many runs. The batters are just looking too comfortable out in the middle.
Some good work after the power play. Run rate required hasn't pushed up too high.
Chapman showed some great skill there, saved a potential boundary.
Just sheer power off the back foot. Don't need to worry about running.
Jameson shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that. Went for the extra pace and over-pitched. Sampson takes advantage with a great shot through the leg side. Right out of the middle. New Zealand will need to change their approach, leaking runs. That'll give both batters enormous confidence.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Nice shot. Runs possible. Oh, classic cover drive there. It's away into the gap. They should go for at least 2 here, I reckon. Oh, great shot, but not going to beat the fielder. Caught, and that's stuck.
Singh, the left-handed batter, taking guard, will want a solid start.
Oh, well bowled.
They'll get at least one here. And dropped. There could be a couple if they hustle.
End of the ninth over. India are now
Going with pace now.
for 3. Change of bowling. The right armour is coming into the attack.
Well, that's just a classic cover drive. Beautiful to watch. Great sound off the bat. That's 4 more.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
Sampson has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. No point chasing that one. It is racing to the boundary.
That was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter, and a great shot off the back foot. How will the bowler respond?
Hit that hard and fast. Brilliant shot there.
Well, that was a slower ball, but didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Power and precision in that shot.
The gap was left open for them, and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well, and punched it to the boundary. Bowler needs to tighten up a bit.
Fantastic pull shot. Rode the bounce and got inside the line.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Over India, a 95 for 3.
They've done well. Sometimes after the power play, the run rate can drop a bit, but the batters have kept up the intent they had early on, and this run chase looks secure.
Off the middle of the bat.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? That's a solid shot.
A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Goes for the drive, but it's a wild shot. Great shot. At least one on offer. Brilliant. That'll take some catching.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Perfect. Right out of the middle and bludgeons that one to the boundary.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading. That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Jameson coming back into the attack. They'll be wanting to improve their figures a bit. A quick wicket would work nicely. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. No. Terrible shot. That's right out of the middle of the bat. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Oh, that's just too full. Sampson makes the bowler pay with a fine shot. That may be four.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery? I wonder. That's the big one, a maximum. Away she goes. If you lose the pictures, it's because it's hit the broadcast truck. Bracewell has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie one end down. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
Yadav, the new batter in the middle, right hand up, will want a solid start to their innings.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. And again, see you later on your bike. 2 wickets on the trot.
Hardik looks calm in the middle, ready to face his first ball. Once in, can certainly play some lovely shots around the ground.
Pandya taking guard. They'll be a bit nervous after 2 wickets have gone in 2 balls. Chance for a hat-trick now. Another scamper through for a single. Good running. Square cut. Finds point. No run. Solid shot. That's going for 4.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shots. Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6. 6 lost ball. How will the bowler reply?
They'll get at least 1 here. Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over. India are 133 for 5.
They've batted really well this middle block of overs. They've had a perfect mix of precision and aggression, and their reward is to be well ahead of the required run rate.
Shot. Should be runs here. Chance. Worked away. That's a nice single. It mightn't get to the boundary. They should get at least a couple. Oh, that's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved. Big throw there, and it's on target.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Shot, at least 2 on offer.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy and getting dispatched for 4 runs.
11 runs added there. India are 144 for 5.
They had a great foundation early on and they've carried it forward to make a big total.
Pulled away but straight to square leg. Great timing right off the meat of the bat. And out. Oh, how did he get to that one?
Patel, the new man at the crease. Left-hander, he's a lovely player to watch and will want to make a good score today.
And out. 2 wickets, 2 balls. There'd be a bit of tension in the batter's pavilion right now.
Singh, the left-handed tail-ender. Bowlers will want to see the back of them quickly before any late scoreboard damage can be done.
The hat-trick ball. This is the worst time to be coming out to the middle. Cover drive through cover point. 1 run. There'll be runs here. Four runs added in that over. India are 148 for 7.
They've been asked plenty of questions by the bowlers, but the batters have had all the answers so far this innings.
Got down and rolled the wrist beautifully.
That was a good strong throw back in, right over the stumps.
Yeah, well played. Could be a quick single.
Oh, yes, nice bowling.
Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. That's gone down. Nice shot. Runs possible.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Super shot, that. Completion of the over. It's going to be really hard to get back on track from here. Tough to save the match now.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer. Smacks that away through the gap. Oh, what a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure.
Yep.
Was quick onto that in the infield. This could be out. Middled that one. Great timing.
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep.
Beats the field with a great shot. That's a boundary save for sure.
End of the 17th over. India are now
Sodhi back into bowl here. They'll be wanting to improve their figures. A wicket would do nicely.
it's coming on to ball.
It mightn't get to the boundary. They should get at least a couple. That's a solid shot. Straight through them. That was a lesson in leg spin bowling.
Bumrah, the right-handed batter, out in the middle, doing some quick final checks. First ball for the batter, coming in.
A nice shot. Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. Oh, geez, that sounded nice off the bat. That's racing away down to deep square.
Good return there, back from the deep.
End of the over, and a very nicely bowled one. Not much opportunity to score runs there.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough.
Shot, should be runs here. They'll get at least one here. There could be a couple if they hustle.
Oh, one error followed by another. A horrible call and a horrible throw to the wrong end.
Chance to run two.
Oh, well bowled.
Nicely played. That's the over. Bowling like that really puts the pressure on as this match comes to its conclusion.
At the moment, they've got a chance in the next few overs to shift momentum if these two stay in and keep up the shot making.
Misses everything. Sodhi with a huge appeal.
Chakravarthi in the middle will want to get the feet moving from the get-go. He's got their tail up.
Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position, and I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter, and a great shot off the back foot.
That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope to see you again soon.